Hello Aries, and welcome to my channel for your first reading from me ever. My name is Elena and welcome to Astro Tarot. I have been a big fan of astrology for over 10 years, the same with tarot. I've been practicing with my friends and family, but this is my YouTube debut, and I decided to do my YouTube debut because I found this beautiful deck. They're called karma cards, and they're basically astrology and tarot just all rolled into one. Just absolutely fantastic. So how it works is there are 3 separate mini decks basically in this deck: planets, houses, and signs. You pull one of each, and there are action suggestions, and there are outcome cards or outcome sides. So we will look at both of those. So we are looking for Aries for November 2016. Fantastic. So I like to look for a planet sign and a house, and if those pop up all 3 at once, like we take it. All right, Aries, Mars. Oh, your sign. This is your overshadowing card for your whole reading. And your card is Mars. So energize, confront, force yourself to. Okay. The drive for, the confrontation of, action. So this month it sounds like it's really going to be about going for it. Just going for it. So let's see what the other cards have to say. So we have the South Node in Libra in the 5th house. So we'll start with our actions. So remember relationships with the trust of a child. Reconsider the beauty of fun, romance, and making art. Now is not the time to do it with your partners and do it dramatically. Okay, so this is the first one that I'm reading that really sounds like it's kind of a love reading. Remember relationships with the trust of a child. Reconsider the beauty of fun, romance, and making art. Now is not the time to do it with your partners and do it dramatically. So today or this month, if you have a partner, keep things light. It seems like this is going to be a fun month, It's really, the cards are telling you to remember your relationships that you had with the trust of a child, like the people that you just implicitly trusted. It's really telling you to remember that. Reconsider the beauty of fun and romance and making art. Like, you're very much you are focused on fun, but try to tie romance into it. Try making art. I know that you want everything done immediately, so sometimes art doesn't super call to you quite the same way it does for some other signs, unless you can get it done pretty quickly. But it's like this is not the time to do things with your partner and dramatically. So this thing is interesting though. Maybe it's telling you not to do things with your partner. So maybe, or at least don't do it dramatically. Let's read it that way, because that's kind of what I'm pulling from this. Because I don't understand. These guys are telling you, hey, remember all these things. This is not the time to do it with your partner and do it dramatically, though. So don't do anything crazy dramatic with your partners. Do things that are fun and romantic. Do things like making art, draw pictures together. If you want to do something that involves more sensuality, draw on each other, really. But don't do something in a dramatic way. Keep it fun, keep it romantic, and keep it light. Okay, so let's see our outcomes. It's our South Node is it's not our most positive. It's this is kind of our shelter. This is stuff that's kind of holding us back. So there will not be cooperation to perfect the power of love. Anxiety about decisions, about investment, gambles, and other games. Trouble resulting from the fairness shown by your creations. So really what I'm saying is yeah, keep it really light right now, because there's not going to be any cooperation to get from your partner or from any person who you may come into contact with really for this power of love. You're not going to get a whole lot of that back to you, okay? But here I'm also seeing but it's still, you're going to have anxiety about some of your decisions about things that are going to feel like gambles, you know? So if you're going with somebody new, you're probably going to have anxiety about going out with a, sorry, I don't know if you can hear that, but I have a dog and she's dreaming and making a lot of noise. But anyways, you know, you're going to have trouble resulting from the fairness shown by your creation. So really it's like, don't kind of hold back. Don't try to be fair. Don't, you know, I mean, don't not try to be fair. Always, I mean, I'm a Libra. I'm always going to tell you to try to be fair. But with you, this Mars overshadowing, I really feel like it's kind of telling you to go for it, though. So, like, if you feel like there's something that you want to do, if there's something fun and light and romantic, you know, something, you know, remember these relationships with the trust of a child. Like, remember them. That's like, I don't know, that one just really hits me. Remember the relationships with the trust of a child. So you might be having some sort of struggles with your partners, but like, now isn't the time to deal with anything dramatically. Like, don't do that right now, because if you do that, I feel like, yeah, if you don't do those things, you're going to have all these negative outcomes. But if you have all these positive things, you know, you have Mars right here who's like, hey, it's like, this is really analyzing your drive to get things done, your drive to get the things that you want. And people aren't going to be cooperating with you necessarily, but and you're going to have anxiety about it and it's going to feel like trouble. But Mars is telling you to do it. Mars is telling you to go for it. And the other cards are telling you to remember good things, you know, like with the trust of a child. Like, just remember that. There, if you're considering somebody, like maybe you should look at that. Now, always be aware. Don't ever just put blind trust into somebody, but you know, with this Mars card on top of it, I'm really just feeling like go for it. If there's something that you feel like you should do, just go for it. Just accept though that like you're not going to have any cooperation. You're going to have anxieties about some of these decisions, you know, and any other games. So like, especially if your lover is playing games with you, you're going to have, especially if you're dating somebody new, you're going to have anxieties about that. That's normal, you know, and there will be trouble resulting from, you know, fairness that you're showing. That's dealing with people. That's just dealing with people. But again, Mars is telling you to go for it. Mars pops up and Mars says do it. So do it. It doesn't sound like it's going to be a bad thing for you. So awesome. Thank you, Aries. And hopefully I will see you in the next video.